5 minutes of this drill surpasses thousands of hours in the driving range, and why that is because it teaches you perfect low point control, so ball and turf contact. It gets you swinging faster, so hitting the ball further, which is what we all want. And also gives you brilliant downswing sequencing, so like we see the best players in the world, lower body moving first. This drill does that on its own. All you need is 5 minutes, so stop wasting your time on the range and let's get ourselves doing this drill. And the drill is this classic drill. I talk about it all the time on the channel, the step through drill. So this drill is one of my all-time favorites because what this does, like we said, you are training the key elements of really good controllable ball striking, low point, speed, and good sequencing. So, okay, what we do, we have the club set up to the ball like normal. Bring your left foot to your right foot, and then from there, what we do, as soon as we take the club back, we step, boom. So just like you're here, you're trying to skip a stone across a pond. Boom, you're pitching a ball. Boom, you're getting that left side, planting down straight away. So what that's doing, that's gonna get your weight shifting left to hit ball and turf more consistently. The better we shift left, the lowest point of the swing arc gets after the golf ball. So for all of you struggle with fat shots, thin shots, that's great. Rotational sequencing, unbelievable. So, okay, this is really good for that. So again, if I hit another one before I show you this, so step over to left foot, then step through, boom. Absolutely awesome. Look at that lovely penetrating draw there. So what this is doing, this is getting that lower body turning first, because ultimately, as soon as you take that club back, your lower body is moving in the downswing. We see some of the best players in the world, when we measure their lower body movement and we measure the pressures they're putting into the ground, they're actually getting their pressure moving onto the left side, so downswing sequencing, after the takeaway. That's how soon some of the longest players do it. So that's exactly what this trains. This trains that to happen, which then gets that lower body has to work first in the sequence. You would have to get that left side separating, upper body to stay back, which you get loads of good benefits from there. Of course, you'll start to get the club dropping more on plane. You'll start to see the shaft shallowing more from what the pivot is doing to the force on the club, dropping it down. And that's going to help you to continue to turn through the golf ball. So if you are really struggling with that upper body racing up too much first, arms going too much, this is the one for you because it forces you not to do it. So it's really, really good. So step over left foot to right foot, step over. Oh, again, lovely strike. And what we can see there, getting this lovely tight little draw there. I'm missing the green because I'm in it past the green. So that's crazy, isn't it? So that leads us to that. It makes you hit the ball further. So why is that? Because it just makes your sequencing, again, very, very efficient. If we're getting that lower body and mid-torso working first because we're stepping through immediately, that's going to get that lower body unwinding. That's going to create all that rotational torque, and that's really going to get that speed firing through the shot. We see people's extension profile be better, so that vertical force loading into that ground super early, so then they start spiking the force back out the ground earlier as well. That is the biggest speed producer in the golf swing. So the list goes on there, guys. So that's where you can imagine, if you just do this for 5 minutes, every single practice session, you're gonna absolutely hit the ball way further. And here's the thing, I haven't really been trying to go at these even remotely. I could actually stand there. This will be a good little experiment. If I go back to the TrackMan here and I have a little look. Okay, so what's my longest there? My longest was 165, okay. Let's try and do a normal swing. See, does that go? 165 total. And does it look, again, this is going to look faster than what I just did. So that's because it's targeting those key areas. So can we get 165 with a normal feeling swing? That's going to be a pull for sure. Oh, I actually got it slightly further. But I felt like I hit that a little bit further or a little bit faster than, let's say, intent-wise. But again, I had to go at that quite a bit. And to be honest, that went that distance because I pulled it a little bit, I hooded it down. So ultimately, absolutely brilliant for you to do. So that's where it's a very hard drill, very, very difficult. That's fine though. So that's where when I give this to my students, they'll think, okay, I might be doing something wrong. Let me send another video over to Jonathan and see how I'm doing with this. It's over on Skillist. And what 99.9% of the time is they're doing it perfectly. It's just so hard, they're struggling to hit a ball with it. So that's where for me, you see when I talk about this, I talk about my cerebral palsy, which affects my left side. That means my left side's weaker and less flexible. So not on paper great for this drill, but it gets me using my left side more. So I get better effortless power, I get into that lead side. It was one of the things that really helped me become a professional was this drill. One of my old coaches back in the day gave me it because it targeted my left side more. Oh, that strike. And I didn't feel like I swung very far back at that. I didn't feel like I gave that any effort. And that one that I hit before with a normal swing, absolutely, it's pretty much gone almost as far as that. So you can imagine if you train this, let's say you had the luxury of practicing every day, and you could get to put 5 minutes in. Absolutely brilliant. So you could be out on your net. So just like I have in my backyard, lovely net, or if you're lucky enough to have a simulator like here, Teach Green there in Scotland, same type of thing, be absolutely brilliant. So even though I've been saying do this drill for 5 minutes, let's do one more. Even that was a little bit of a missed hit. That'll be interesting to see. Still gone great. Still got 153 total. And I hit that at the toe. Look how straight that's gone too. Again, low point's better. Sequencing's better. And again, speed generation is better as well. So again, absolutely awesome. So when we're not doing this drill, because of course, are we really going to do this on the golf course? No, we're not. It's a drill. It's going to be really hard to commit to on the golf course. I want you doing this practice routine before you take the shot back. So this little pre-shot routine. Get to the top and do this. Get yourself going into that left side. Again, imagine you're pitching a ball or skipping a rock across a pond. Boom. You're going to get that pressure into that left side, but that left side's actually going to go a little bit back at the same time, clearing and opening up. I want you doing that same thing up to top. Pressure left like you're stepping into it, but left hip back. Do that a couple times. So let's do a little pre-shot routine here. Okay. 1, 2. So from the face on. 1, 2. And on the second one, I turn through and almost hit that spare bag of clubs. Let's do that same thing. Have that feel. Let's pull the trigger. Wonderful, 164 again, slight pull on it, but absolutely still brilliant. So 5 minutes of this drill far surpassed thousands of hours on the driving range because it does these 3 points we talked about. So if you enjoyed this video, click that like button. For more golf instruction just like this, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell button too to be notified every time I put out a video.